We are live now. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So, good afternoon, everyone. আজকে টেলিভিশন গ্লোবাল নেটওয়ার্কের পক্ষ থেকে আমরা আরেকটা এক্সাইটিং ওয়েবিনার আয়োজন করেছি just to share our knowledge and to listen from the expert people who has done tremendously well in the foreign soil and who are actually increasing the brand name of Bangladesh through their work and through their contribution for the development of Bangladesh. আজকে যারা আমাদের সাথে আছেন এই প্রোগ্রামটাতে, they are very renowned person from Bangladesh who are working in USA, Canada and other countries, and they are widening the image of Bangladesh in the global land. So firstly, I would like to introduce you all with Dr. Kamrul Mojumdar sir, who is a scientist and working in the USA, and we are very proud of him for his tremendous work in USA, and he is working for the development of Bangladesh. And we have like Dr. Mansoor Molk sir, who is also a professor and engineer, and he has taken couple of master's degree and PhD from Canada, and he's working as a faculty of 3 to 4 different colleges of Canada, and actually working for the development of Bangladesh. And we also have among us Toslim Choudhury sir. He's doing business in travel stores, and he's a famous statistician and also contributing for the development of Bangladesh through his innovative activities. And last but not the least, we have Mr. Jami Zakaria sir. He is the strategic planner, TGN Global Network Limited. Let me tell you a little bit about TGN Global Network. TGN Global Network is a foreign education and consultancy firm based in Dhaka, Bangladesh, but it has been monitored, it has been operated from Canada and USA. So the reason behind for establishing this venture is to share knowledge, pass the information to the Bangladeshi parents, students, and those who are interested, so that they can go to Canada and can work for the development of our state. Monsu sir, can you hear us?
Yes, I do. Yeah, so thank you so much.
Over to you.
Thank you so much. Shajan is a wonderful moderator and head of programs in TGN, and welcome on board to all of you, to Dr. Kamrul Mojumdar, Dr. Taslim, as well as Jami Zakaria. It has been a wonderful endeavor. I started from Bangladesh to let the youngster get their education in the foreign soil and contribute to Bangladesh. So we'll come back to momentarily one after another. Let's introduce Kamrul Mojumdar to speak something in front of the audience.
Good afternoon and good morning, USA, because I'm calling from USA. How is everything going there? I'm glad that I could even talk to you guys and join and have some chats. It's my pleasure.
Thank you. And back to you, Taslim Bhai, Taslim Choudhury.
Thank you. Thanks, TGN team, to give me an opportunity to discuss about foreign education prospect in Canada. First, I graduated from, first I introduce myself. I graduated from Jahangirnagar University in statistics, and then also completed master's, and subsequently I completed my MBA. After that, I started my career as a banker. I continue my service 18 years, and after that, I started my own business in the field of travel agency and tour. And recently, I started business as a Canadian immigration consultancy as an agent of Canadian RGIC regulated approved immigrant consultant. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Taslim Chaudhary, for your wonderful introductions. So we'll know a lot more a little bit later. Let me go back to Jami Zakaria, the strategic planner of TGN.
Thank you, Dr. Mulk, and welcome to all of you for being with us here today. I'm Jami Zakaria, involved in strategic management of TGN team. Our objective is to enrich the younger generation of Bangladesh and create prospects for them for higher studies all around the world, so that they can empower themselves by learning overseas, getting a global perspective, and then eventually contribute in the development of Bangladesh and the humanity as a whole. So from that point of view, we have invited you, and you have been so kind to join us here today. We would like you all to share your experiences and the hurdles faced by you, and all the opportunities that awaits those who are willing to take up the challenges of studying abroad. And hopefully you will be inspirational to all of them. And we also, the team members of TGN, are expecting to learn a lot from you all. Over to you, Munsubai. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jami, for your wonderful introductions. Now back to Shajan. So who will be hosting the questions in the back of our chit chat? And back to you, Shajan.
Thank you. So thank you, sir. Actually, this is not question and answer session today. It's completely a different session, because we want to hear from the successful people who has gone to abroad, or who has actually faced the difficulties, how the foreign land is, how they're doing it, what's the struggle they face to go there. I know in the panel who are speaking today, maximum, like all of them have traveled different countries, approximately 10 to 20 countries in the world, and they have wider perspective staying in foreign land. And I'm sure that the intention is this program, it's to know about your struggle, so that our young generation who are eager to go abroad, they can get some inspiration, can learn. So I'll start with Dr. Kamrul Mojumdar sir. So sir, can you just tell me your journey in USA? How is your study, and how did you move to US, and how are you feeling now?
Yeah, well, yeah, sure, Shujan. Well, I'm, as you know, that Dr. Mulk is a good friend of mine, and I'm very pleased to know that he is part of this educational consulting group. The reason of me talking in this session is that, I would love to share my experiences. I graduated from University of Dhaka in pharmacy in 1993. I did master's there, and then afterward I thought I will pursue. I started my career there, and then while I was working as a pharmacist there in Bangladesh pharmaceutical industry, I noticed that I need to enhance my knowledge. So one of the best ways to obviously go somewhere, first world country, where I can enhance my education and my experience both. So I targeted, of course, I targeted USA. I didn't explore any other options at that time. And during that time, consultancy services in Bangladesh for higher education, I never heard of. It was tough. That was the time when there was no internet. So pretty much you have to go to, it's very troubling. It's very labor-intensive work to start university. Most of the time you have to go to the embassy or embassy information center it's not possible for all. I now know it's not possible for everybody to go to information center and explore and spend significant amount of time going through the Barron's college and university books, collecting university informations, writing letters. I recall I wrote over 50 letters, different university, to understand what is how to apply, what are the options there, and eventually at that time I was lucky that Bangladesh what they call it, post office system was good, so I never had any problem. I got most of the responses back. So that was the initial step at that time. So there was no internet. So you write somewhere. First you do a research using I did UCs, I guess, right? University Information Services. I went there. The office was at the time was in Dhanmondi. I had to go to the office. I have to sit there hours after hours collecting, go through these Barron's University books. That's the only place you can get those books. Collect the university addresses, write to them, you type them. Computer was not available, so you have to go certain places where you have access to typing. So I actually remember I bought electronic typewriter. That was a very compact Casio. So because that was the only option, otherwise you have to sit with someone to type your letters. So I told you I wrote over 50 letters to university asking them that I am interested to their program, pursuing them, and please help me. Please send me admission materials. I was exploring postgraduate degree because I already graduated from Dhaka University. So I was looking for postgraduate degree. I did not know that I could go straight to the PhD program at that time. So, but luckily I got responses from most of the universities, and then you sort it out. You sort it out. Now sorting is another thing. Which university suit you? Which university will fulfill your requirements? That's not easy. You spend time and money, and eventually, of course, I have to tell you that I started this process even before I graduated Dhaka University. I remember I started it around 1991. So even though I graduated 93, so I had 2 years preparing for these things. And when at the time of graduation, I know the requirements. There are certain requirements like there's, of course, at the time there was TOEFL. You have to prepare in TOEFL score. So there is two things. You have to select university, fulfill the requirements. That includes TOEFL and GRE at the time. For me, I don't know about now. I'm sure current Susan and Dr. Mulk will help you. Will help you if you are not prepared in studying what is the requirements. At the time I was applying, my requirement was TOEFL and GRE. So I had to prepare for that, and it took a long time. So I did it myself. That was the norm at the time. So after you got a score, you see where you qualify, and you apply. And there is an application fee, and that's also a tremendous thing. At the time, I don't know about now. I have to get a clearance from some bank or somewhere. Every time you apply, I applied maybe 10 or 12 universities, and every time, like, I don't know, $20 or $10 or $30, that was the requirements. So every time you go to a bank, get a seal on your somewhere, passport or paperwork, and then they will issue that money to you. And then you take the bank draft, you attach to your application, and you send it using a US Postal Service. Sorry, Bangladesh Postal Service. That was the norm. So by doing that, I got 2 offers. Actually, I got 3 offers. I was lucky. One was conditional application that came from University of Kentucky at that time, and other I got a master's program from a university in America. That was in New York. By the way, I was looking only in pharmacy programs, and pharmacy schools was only 58 at the time. There were only 58 accredited pharmacy schools. Now, there's another question comes. What is accredited and non-accredited means? That's a very important thing that you guys should know. But anyhow, like luckily you have experts now, many Bangladeshi experts, like Sujan, Mulk, and Zakaria, they could help you sort out that thing. But going to a non-accredited CIS university is a disaster. So luckily, the pharmacy programs I was applying, they were all accredited. So I didn't have to worry about that thing. So that second application I got from University of St. John's, that was in Jamaica, New York. And the third one that I got, Long Island University from Brooklyn campus. It's not from Long Island University, New York. So that was the journey in short. But the time I got, and Long Island University actually at the time they had their new PhD program starting. That was in the second year. They said you are very well qualified, Majumdar, because I did master's thesis, everything in my master's program. So they said, I think you are a good candidate for PhD program. You just have to finish some courses. By the way, you know that if you are hiring PhD in USA, you can start after finishing a equivalent bachelor, graduation or graduation degree in Bangladesh. There are some, the caveat to this question, of course, statement. I'm sure you can ask expertise if you are interested to do that what are the requirements. So, but anyhow, they said you have an option to join as a master's student or all a PhD student at that time. So I picked that one and I went to embassy for the visa facing, and that was another dilemma. You know that it's a disaster if you don't know how to prepare. So this is the first step. So I have everything ready. I have my I-20 ready. You send some money and they send you I-20. I think $100 at the time. So this is one part of your search ends. At the time, I was doing part-time job. So now you have to prepare for facing US Embassy or Canadian Embassy. So that requires another preparation, which I lacked at the time. To tell you the truth, I did not prepare well for that visa interview. So my visa first interview was a disaster. They rejected me after that whole thing. They said, no, your paperwork are not complete. You did not brought a financial statement and anything. Your bank balance is not good enough, and so many things. So it was a disaster. I know you might. There is a chance you'll get assistantship or scholarship, but at the time, because of the university will check me first before they offer me anything. So they did not offer any full assistantship or scholarship at that time. So my interview was rejected first time, and they said you are lacking this paper. They mentioned that thing clearly. So until you commit and until you make it up, you don't come for another 6 months at the time. So requirement is that once you fail the once interview, if they deny you once, you have to wait another 6 months before applying. So ultimately, I got pushed to another semester. So I communicated with the university, and the university was very nice. They said, okay, considering fact that you were denied, and I have to send them the proof that I was rejected. They defer my admission from spring to fall, and actually fall is better. Luckily, good thing happened. So when I prepared all the paperwork, I went there. Now this time I did a lot of research. I want to make sure that I don't go empty-handed with an I-20 to an embassy for interview. That was disaster. I have to tell you that at the time, I actually did not well prepared for that interview. So next time when I was well prepared,
probably we have lost the connection with Kamrul Majumdar sir. Now over to Mansur sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Sorry for the web interruption. Sometimes it happens, so I hope he's gonna join shortly. Well, it's very informative information from Dr. Kamrul Majumdar. So let me share you a little bit about me. My experience is a little bit different because I had to go through quite a few process at my age. So at the very beginning, I had the same story. When I graduated from Jahangirnagar University, then I start thinking what I'm going to do. So at the end, I was processing my
Please go ahead, Mr. Dr. Mulk.
Okay. So I was planning what I'm going to do. Oh,
sorry, I got disconnected.
So
sorry, my apology.
All right, thanks a lot. I'll be coming back later on. Back to you, Kamral.
Yeah. So what happened? So I told you that the initial was searching of the education system, and you get application. That was the first part. After that, you apply, you prepare yourself for to fulfill the requirements, and then you get an admission. So I got it. After admission, you prepare for facing the embassy. And my first preparation was not to the mark, so they rejected my application. They rejected my visa application, even though I was applying for that time with a PhD degree. They did not. They said, no, your paperwork doesn't show that you can stay. Yourself if anything happens there. Because you also another thing I didn't notice that place I am going is also a very critical thing. I was going for New York City instead of going to a Midwest country. So the interview, the visa interviewer asked me a lot of questions. You know how expensive is going to New York City, and how are you going to survive? How are you going to do that? And there is no such proof that you have. So these are the things. It requires extra work if you go to a major city than compared to a small city. I didn't know at the time. So so these things needs expert counseling, and you can do it yourself obviously nowadays, but expert counseling always help. But anyhow, so second time when I applied, I remember it was in July, they gave me visa. So by taking the visa, then another thing happened. I got the visa. I have I-20. Now I have to come to USA, which wasn't in my radar at that time. So I was not prepared. But whatever I could prepare, I asked my father, and he said, "Okay, you go." My father was abroad at the time, so I don't know how much money I will take and what will happen. And this needs another precaution, preparations. Luckily. I came to New York City. I had one of my friend already studying in the university. He greeted me airport. But there's another thing. What would be your lodging? Where are you going to stay? Who will pick you from the airport? There are options. You can actually call university. And university, I didn't know at the time. You can call university, and the university could have someone pick you from the airport. So there's a lot of options and a lot of opportunities there I didn't explore. Nowadays, I'm sure you have experts everywhere. They will advise you how to, when you go to unknown small city, how to go to your dormitory, how to go to your apartment, and those things. For my cases, I didn't do that. I just bought an airline's ticket and got on the plane. So luckily, and my worst case scenario is that if I don't find any accommodation, I'll probably go to a hotel or something. That was a mistake. Anyhow, luckily, one of my friends heard that I'm coming. He called me and he went to the airport to pick me. And I started my US education staying with his apartment with other students who's at the time studying in different colleges in New York, CUNY. City University of New York. There's a couple. They have like 17 or 18 colleges.
Thank you, sir. We will come back later on. So over to Mansur, sir.
Thank you so much. Actually, the floor is for our guest today. So we'll come back to Dr. Majumdar shortly. And right now, I want to give the floor to Taslim Chaudhary. To introduce, he did introduce himself, and we want to know a little bit how his agency can contribute to those who can go abroad and those who want to stay permanently in Canada. So we want to hear a little bit from him. floor to you.
Dr. Mansoor, if I may ask, along with your question, if I may add.
Yes. Sure.
Sure.
It would be also very nice if Mr. Taslim Chaudhary also explains the entire ticketing system for the students, how he facilitates them, and for the immigration part, people who are willing to do that, and everything else, how they can, opt for their permanent residencies after finishing their studies, and overall the travel arrangements and everything. In a nutshell. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Recently, I started a business, Canada Immigration Consultancy Service, as a Bangladeshi agent. But previously, I did my business as a travel agency and tour operator. আমি যদি একটু বাংলায় বলতে চাই, with your permission, আমাদের দেশে স্টুডেন্টরা, যেটা আমি এই রিসেন্ট ইস্যু যেটা দেখতেছি, ম্যাক্সিমাম স্টুডেন্ট বাইরে যেতে চায়, বাট তারা টোফেল IELTS ফেস করতে চায় না। এটা হলো প্রথম প্রবলেম। সেকেন্ড যেটা, সেটা হলো তাদের সলভেন্সির প্রবলেম হয়, প্রুফ অফ ফান্ড যেটা। থার্ড হলো কিভাবে প্রসেস করতে হবে, এই জিনিসটা আমাদের দেশের স্টুডেন্টরা ঠিকভাবে কমিউনিকেট করতে পারে না বাইরের ইউনিভার্সিটির সাথে। সেক্ষেত্রে TGN যে ওয়ান স্টেপ সার্ভিসের যে সুযোগটা তৈরি করে দিয়েছে, সেখানে তাদেরকে শুধু এনরোল হওয়ার পর তার IELTS, তার ইউনিভার্সিটিগুলিতে কিভাবে সে এনরোল হবে, তার অ্যাপ্লিকেশন কিভাবে জমা হবে, আমরা ব্যাকএন্ডে তাই এই স্টুডেন্টদেরকে সার্ভিস দেব অন বিহাফ অফ TGN। এবং আমি বলতে চাচ্ছি যে আমার ইউনিভার্সিটির ছোট ভাই ডক্টর মনসুর মুল, সে অলরেডি কিছু ফাইল আমাকে দিয়েছে, এবং আমরা অলরেডি কিছু কানাডাতে অলরেডি এগুলো প্রসেসে আছে। আজকে একটা ফাইল জমা হচ্ছে, এটা আমি জাস্ট অডিয়েন্সের জানার জন্য বলছি। আমরা কোঅপারেশন করতেছি TGN এর সাথে এই প্রসেসটাকে এগিয়ে নেওয়ার জন্য। এর সাথে সাথে যেটা জামি সাহেব যেটা বললো, আমরা যেহেতু আমি টিকিটিং করি, ভিসা প্রসেস করি, এবং একটা স্টুডেন্ট ওখানে যাওয়ার পরে, মানে সে যখনই TGN এর কাছে আসবে অথবা এই প্ল্যাটফর্মে আসবে, তখন তার IELTS দেয়া, তারপরে তার ইংলিশে যে স্কোরিং করা দরকার, CLV যেটা করা দরকার, এবং এই IELTS করার সাথে সাথে তার যে ECA এডুকেশনাল ক্রেডেনশিয়াল যে অ্যাসেসমেন্ট, এই অ্যাসেসমেন্টটা মিনটাইম করে ফেলানো দরকার। তার IELTS হয়ে যাবে, তার ECA কমপ্লিট হয়ে যাবে, দেন আমরা তার স্টুডেন্ট ফাইলটা শুরু করব। এই স্টুডেন্ট ফাইলটা আমরা যখন কানাডাতে প্রসেস করে পাঠাবো, তখন আমাদের যে কনসালটেন্ট আছে এবং যে লয়ার আছে, সে তার CV এবং তার এডুকেশনাল ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড অ্যাসেসমেন্ট করে এবং তার এই ইংলিশ স্কোর অন্যান্য সমস্ত কিছু দেখে সে এটাকে মানে অ্যাসেসমেন্ট করে সে যখন আমাদেরকে জানাবে যে হ্যাঁ হায়ার এডুকেশনের জন্য এই ইনস্টিটিউশনে, এই ইউনিভার্সিটিতে সে কোয়ালিফাই করবে, তখন আমরা সরাসরি এই অ্যাপ্লিকেন্টকে আমাদের কনসালটেন্টের সাথে যোগাযোগ করে দেব, এবং এর পরবর্তী যে পদক্ষেপগুলো, তার যত রকম ফিস জমা দেয়া, তার ফাইলটা কমপ্লিট করে সেই ফাইলটা সাবমিট করা, এবং আমরা চেষ্টা করব এররলেস যাতে ফাইলটা হয়। একজন স্টুডেন্ট যদি নিজে নিজে চেষ্টা করে, তাহলে যেটা কামরুল সাহেব বলল, যে একজন স্টুডেন্ট যখন নিজে এককভাবে চেষ্টা করে, তখন তার ফাইলে অনেক রকম এরর হয়, এবং এই জন্য ফাইনালি যে দেখা যায় যে লাস্ট মুহূর্তে যে সেটা রিজেক্ট হয়। তাতে কি হয়, তার সময় নষ্ট হয়, তার ফিনান্সিয়াল কিছু লস হয়, আবার নতুন করে আবার প্রসেস করতে হয়। এইটা যাতে না হয় সেজন্য আমরা এররলেস এবং অ্যাকুরেসি থাকে ফাইলে, ওইভাবে আমরা ফাইল জমা দেওয়ার চেষ্টা করব আমাদের।
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I'll be back again now. Mansoor sir, your study and your struggle.
Okay, thank you so much. As I told you in the last sessions, I didn't come as an undergraduate student in Canada. So what I did, I came as a skilled immigrant back in 2008. When I came here, I felt like although we are skilled, we have all the educational experience, educational background and the experience, but we don't have the Canadian exposure. Probably as well as whoever go abroad, USA as well, matching with the experience in Bangladeshi field and Canadian or US is a little bit of different. So I had to go to check myself what I'm going to do. So in order to, I had a plan before that I'll be an academia. So I went back to school, and getting back to school a little bit of difficult. You have to have your IELTS score and TOEFL score as well, depend on the universities. Some of the universities score is very high, and to go to the graduate school, you have to have a GRE. And if you want to go to the like a business school, you need to have a GMAT and with a good score. So for me, I figured out I want to be in the academia. So I had pursued a second bachelor degree in medical biophysics. Then the admission process was the same as the international student, but one thing, I'm inside as a permanent resident, our tuition fee a bit less than the international student. So those who wants to come here, the first suggestions will be they're going to find out the university as Kamrul Majumdar that has to be accredited first. And second, they have to check the place where they will be studying in a state and the cost of the tuition fees per year and the cost of the living expenses. So all around that, I chose University of Western Ontario. So I got my admission there, and I pursued my master's in chemical engineering. Later on, I finished my PhD in biomedical engineering. So after finishing all those journey, it was not easy. It was a tedious process. You have to be passionate to go through all this journey, all the path accurately. So later on, I became an academia. So my suggestions will be those who will be coming to Canada and taking the platform, take the right choice. Back to TGN, you can communicate with TGN expert professionals. They will help you, guide you to get the right universities or colleges and help you find your accommodations, help you find all the necessary steps, prepare for your visa as well. So we have all the steps. If you want to take your consultations, support your as well as your immigration support, you can go back to this TGN to get all the necessary support. And thank you so much. And I will invite. Invite.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. So what, like for the student who are listening, the struggle that Dr. Kamrul Majumdar sir faced in the early stage, and also Taslim sir, what he has said, I would say that I just would like to share a little experience that same struggle is still there. Still after 20 years or 30 years, still same issues are facing by our students. Let me share one of my examples. My dream is to study USA. You know, from a middle class family, it's very difficult to get chance and go get enrollment over there. But in this process of journey, what happened in 2020, I got offer for studying PhD. I applied few universities, but I got offer later from Niagara University. It is in Buffalo. They offer me the scholarship and all those things. Since like the financial issue, bank solvency was an issue, that's actually people face for the middle class families. But I was very happy to organize all those documents and communicating with the universities, and I got all those I-20. I was very excited to go over there because my brother who was in USA, they are like my university senior brother, they guided me. But as I was not prepared fully, no one was there to support me in the right direction. I did it in browsing online and talking with the universities and others. But unfortunately, although taking preparation by myself, I faced the US Embassy, but I was rejected. But I never lost my dream to go over there. Failure is just a one step to reach to the success. Maybe in future, I will try again. But those who are students who are applying, those who are demotivated, getting rejected, I would say that don't be frustrated if you are rejected. Maybe you have some lackings or some document or your preparation. If you try again with the expert, taking the expert help from TGN or the consultant, I'm sure that it would be easy for you to move forward. I'm sure that although I make financial losses through entire process, but still I'm hoping that after few years, after few months or year, I'll again apply, preparing myself with the expert guideline from there. So I'm pretty sure that you can take these opportunities. Don't be frustrated, and struggles are there as well. Sir, over to Kamrul Mujumdar sir. On this note, Apni sir, what suggestion you will give to our student now?
Well, yes, as I mentioned, if you have a desire of coming to a foreign country, I don't know whether you could sort out from my thinking. I would suggest, I would point out that there are multiple steps. Looks like first is, you have to decide which country you are going. Initially, you don't know. You probably may pick one or two: Canada, USA, Australia, whatever. These are the three countries most of the Bangladeshi people wanted to go. So you sort out these three countries, and then you start a painstaking research. You could do yourself. That might take long time. If you have that much energy and time to spend, you could do that yourself. Or shortcut, you can go to some consult. And a good thing that I heard, I see that they have appropriate people there, consultant. I'm sure you can go to this kind of consultancy education service group who will assess you, who will help you, and you can significantly reduce your time. So definitely having someone like a consultancy group who will save significant amount of time, money, and your energy in this search process. After you search it, then you prepare yourself. That's another tricky thing. Most of them, as I think Taslim or someone mentioned, that Bangladeshi students, they don't want to prepare. This is the step they want to make shortcuts. So I'm sure there are techniques, there are ways, and there are methods which I don't know. I took the painstaking long way of preparing myself. So then you prepare yourself. You prepare yourself according to the country, according to the university need and the program that you wanted to go. You prepare TOEFL, GRE, and the other GMAT, whatever, or SAT or PSAT, whatever exam they will tell you to do. You can talk to the consult. And what will happen, you prepare yourself, and that takes time. For me, it took, I don't think I prepared well. Even though I spent significant amount of time, I could have done much better. The preparation did not reflect that much on that. But however, if you have consultant services like these, I'm sure they can direct you, they can help you, they can guide you how to prepare yourself. So this is number 2. After you prepare, you apply to that universities, and you get I-20s. And this is also a long, painstaking process. I'm sure the process did not change. It's not easy that you can send money from Bangladesh to those universities. You have to go through some financial requirement, Bangladesh bank or financial institution clearance. that requires another expertise. That's you can go yourself to those banks, or you can talk to the expert. I'm sure they can help you in doing that. Third is that after you get your I-20, that we say offer of admission, you prepare yourself for facing the visas. That's another critical thing. You need to prepare yourself, and you don't know what kind of questions they're going to ask. But I'm sure the expert people, they know how to prepare you. So you can face them visa counselor, and learn in painful way by getting rejected, disheartened, and so many things happens. And there is a chance you might lose your admission spot in that university too. So it's a risky thing, financially and time-wise. But if you well prepare, and is obviously the key to any success. So if you well prepare and you take help from expert, sure.
Thank you, sir. On this note, like I'll move to Jami Zakaria, sir. How do you think TGN can help student to prepare the student for facing the interview? What Dr. Kamrul Mujumdar sir mentioned. What are the uniqueness you guys are going to offer?
Like Dr. Kamrul. Thank you, Shajan. Just like and Taslim, Mr. Taslim, they all explained, TGN offers expert services. We prepare a student from the moment they reach us. We assume that their intention is to study abroad. First, we prepare them with their English, and then we send them off for IELTS or any other required exams for that particular country they are targeting. One thing I would here is that it's not we are offering for the students to study. We are also prepared to offer the students to study in USA, UK, and Australia. Same goes for the Immigration Service and others. We have agreements with law firms in all these countries, and we process them accordingly. So just like Dr. Kamrul was saying, there are a lot of difficulties. It's not like playing video games. You just press a button and it happens. You just don't Google it and find it. It's not like that. It's a process. It's practical. It's reality. It's harsh. You have to go to the embassies. You have to be prepared for that. You have to get your bank statements, your documents, everything ready. The other day, we were preparing a visa, student visa requirement. So this young student, he wasn't too careful. So he was missing his signature on several papers each time we were directing him, but he was not being attentive. So for that matter, it had to be delayed a few days. And another thing you have to remember that we have Friday and Saturday holiday over here in Bangladesh, but there in the Western world, the holidays are Saturdays and Sundays. So basically you skip from Saturday to Sunday. And then when it's your Monday, then after they open up on Monday, then you can work. The working hours are actually not, the whole week. It's more limited due to these differences in the countries. So we basically help you in all the areas. We also have plans to introduce more crash courses so that students who come from Bangla medium, they don't feel the difficulties once they enter the classes over there. We try to introduce them to terminologies and how to take lectures and how to understand the classes and the accents with all that. We have a lot more in our planning stage. Because of the pandemic, we are not operating at full mode. Now that I have said all that, I would like to go back to Dr. Kamrul and ask him, how do you think a service like this could have helped when you were going to USA for your higher studies? Number one. Number two, what do you think are the potentials of Bangladeshi students who want to explore the opportunities and study? They have the passion for study. In that case, what are the opportunities they have? Number three, what are the limits? What are the limits? How high can they reach? Is always financial difficulties and language a barrier? Can they overcome this? Thank you.
Thank you, Jami. This is a very good question. I think the first one you asked, what would I do if I had this kind of consultancy services at that time? Yes, and definitely I would, because I was demotivated when they rejected me the first interview. I remember, and not to mention that I wasted significant amount of 3-4 years. I started when I was doing my honors courses. So I was well planning for the preparation wise, but maybe I did not do properly. So proper guidance is one thing, and you can learn by getting yourself hurt. There's another way. So when you learn by doing mistake and covering it, it takes a long time and risky, and many people demotivate. But luckily, I was able to do it, and that could be the one of the reason. The time I came to USA, not that many people used to come. To my understanding, I didn't see that many foreign students coming from Bangladesh. However, compared to now, I see it has increased significantly. I see a lot of new students coming in undergrad programs. In my experience, I'm talking about, I can easily see. I go to a different program. I get call from somehow my relative's son that I came here, uncle. I'm studying in this university. So it looks like significant number of students has increased. So there is a chance, and I call them many times, and they said that they took help from experts. So yeah, definitely, if I had a consultancy educational service, I would definitely would have gone there to make the journey a little shorter and better. That's one question, one short answer to your question. And your next question was, can you help me to get the clue? I didn't write your question.
The next question was, what are the potentials for Bangladeshi students who have passion for learning and studying, getting involved in higher studies?
Bangladeshi students are in general very talented. I was a teaching assistant, teaching in universities when I was a student. I was a student in pharmacy for PhD program in Galway University. I compared Bangladeshi students at the time with those students. I think Bangladeshi students are way talented. The students who wants to come abroad, they are definitely talented, no doubt of it. Whether they can succeed, that's a different story. But in general, they are very hardworking, and they are studious. And if they have a desire in a clean heart, I don't see any reason for them not to come to USA. There are the mistakes, some mistakes could deter them. Some mistake could cost their motivation lost. For those, I think it would be always a good idea to seek help if they can afford. And I heard that they are giving almost free these consultancy services. So I'm sure if you go there and seek help, tremendous improvement will happen in their preparation. And I'm sure they can succeed. No matter what
my last question to you was, can language be a barrier?
The answer is no. I don't think the language will be barrier. Why? Because I see everywhere around me, there are people's. I work with like Chinese people, or most of them are Chinese. They somehow score very good in GRE, maybe, but their communication skills are way poor. But they're succeeding. They're succeeding. They are knowledgeable. They are doing. They are wherever they are. So I don't see that language will be barrier. If you really want to improve yourself, if you really want to learn a language, there are techniques. There are, of course, schools, or there are guidance. You have to have desire to learn that. Of course, if you want to come to US or Canada, English has to be the language of communication. So your number one target that you should have, that I have to improve my English significantly. The advantage Bangladesh has, English is Bangladesh's second language. No matter what, even a rickshaw puller has no way hard time communicating with a foreigner in English. That is because Bangladesh practice English. So now you have to polish it up. You have to increase your skill. That if you have a desire, you can do it. That's my
answer. Dr. Kamrul, that's where we come in. That's where we come in,
yeah.
polishing them up.
Yeah.
My
So,
one
yeah,
last
obviously.
question. My one last questions to you and Dr. Mulk and Mr. Taslim. Subsequently, if you would answer with you starting first.
You can start with Taslim Chaudhary.
If you please tell us a little bit of the you have been doing, the interesting part, the little tiny bits that we general people would understand.
Is it me? You want me to start with me? Jami, should I start?
Whom you're asking?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Jami, for your Jami and Dr. Mojumdar for their wonderful deliberation of their knowledge, and I hope that will help the students. And one more thing I would like to add with Dr. Mojumdar's speech: there are many students who come abroad for higher studies, but unfortunately they deviate. The reason I need to point out: once you come to the university for higher studies, make sure you make a close tie with your university, with your friends to whom you are mixing in the universities. If you leave your community, go back to the working class, there is a huge chance you're losing your studies. And that will prohibit you to accomplish your job as a foreign student. And that will destroy your career, your educational career, and you will be a just ordinary Bangladeshi and will not be able to contribute neither in the countries you go as well as in Bangladesh. So make sure where you go, you stay with the university or college community, students club, and if you need any financial assistance, there are tons of ways you can get help from the university or college. There are international student loans, there are international organizations that help giving you some bursaries. So as soon as you are here, even though some of the times you will not have enough money, but you'll have some funding, bursaries, loans, everything will be there to help you. And you also get help from your community. There are many community leaders. They'll come forward to help you finding the right things to continue your studies. So this is my final advice to them, and all others, those who wants to come abroad is the best way. Communicate with TGN. They have the expertise to help you and drive you to the right place where you want to, and complete your future goal and come back, whether in the USA or Canada or Australia or UK, establish a new life, a better life, which will help you not only help yourself, help your family, help your community, and help Bangladesh at the end. Thank you. Back to you.
The last question to Taslim sir. How do you support our students who are wishing to go?
পূর্বের আলোচনায় যেটা বলেছিলাম, আমাদের দেশের স্টুডেন্টদের দুটো মেজর সমস্যা। একটা হলো ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ প্রবলেমে তারা পড়াশোনার জন্য বিদেশের কান্ট্রিগুলোতে যেতে চায় হায়ার স্টাডির জন্য, সেটা কানাডা, আমেরিকা আর অস্ট্রেলিয়াতে, বাট তারা IELTS ফেস করতে চায় না। সেকেন্ড প্রবলেম হলো অনেকের IELTS স্কোর CLB স্ট্যান্ডার্ড একটা স্কোর হয় 7 অথবা 8, বাট তারা যাওয়ার জন্য যে প্রুফ অফ ফান্ড বা সলভেন্সি, এইটা তাদের থাকে না। আমাদের দেশের বিভিন্ন ব্যাংক এই ধরনের স্টুডেন্টদেরকে এখন লিমিটেড কিছু ফিনান্সিয়াল সাপোর্ট দিয়ে থাকে, বাট চায়না এবং ইন্ডিয়া ব্যাপকভাবে ফিনান্সিয়াল সাপোর্ট স্টুডেন্টরা সাপোর্ট পায়, এবং তারা একটা স্কিম চালু করেছে, গ্যারান্টেড ইনভেস্টমেন্ট সার্টিফিকেট, যেটা খুবই যার রেট অফ রিটার্ন খুবই কম। বিশেষ করে কানাডাতে ICICI ব্যাংক এবং স্কোশিয়া ব্যাংক তারা স্টুডেন্টদেরকে এই ফিনান্সিয়াল সাপোর্টগুলো দিয়ে থাকে, এবং আমি যদি একটু সময় দিলে আমি একটু ডিসক্রাইব করতে চাই, তারা 12 ইনস্টলমেন্টে এই টাকাটা আবার পরিশোধ করার সুযোগ পায় এবং তারা যে সাপোর্টটা ফিনান্সিয়াল সাপোর্টটা দেয় সেটা $10,000 to $50,000। তো প্রথম বছরে স্টুডেন্ট যখন যায় ওখানে ফার্স্ট যখন সে বিদেশে যে কলেজে এনরোল করে তখনই সে ফার্স্ট ইনস্টলমেন্টটা পেয়ে যায় এবং প্রতি মাসে সে এরকম একটা ইনস্টলমেন্ট পেতে থাকে। সে 2 বছর বা 3 বছর বা 4 বছরে তার যখন পড়ালেখা শেষ করে তখন সে আবার এটাকে রিটার্ন করতে থাকে। আমরা চেষ্টা করতেছি ডক্টর মুলকের সাথে এবং বাংলাদেশ সেন্ট্রাল ব্যাংক বা অন্য আরো ব্যাংকের সাথে কথা বলে বাংলাদেশে এটা কিভাবে ইন্ট্রোডিউস করা যায়। এই ফিনান্সিয়াল সাপোর্টটা যদি বাংলাদেশি স্টুডেন্টদেরকে দেওয়া যায়, বাংলাদেশি কমিউনিটিকে দেওয়া যায়, তাহলে ইন্ডিয়া এবং চায়নার মতো প্রচুর স্টুডেন্ট বিদেশে যেয়ে পড়াশোনা করতে পারবে। শুধু এই ফিনান্সিয়াল সলভেন্সি না থাকার কারণে প্রতি বছর অনেক স্টুডেন্ট বিদেশে যেতে পারে না। তা আমরা একটু ইনিশিয়েটিভ নিয়েছি, ডক্টর মুল, আমি এবং আরো আমার ইউনিভার্সিটির কিছু বন্ধু মিলে আমরা চেষ্টা করতেছি বাংলাদেশে এটা ইন্ট্রোডিউস করা যায় কিনা। আফটার ঈদ ভ্যাকেশন আমরা মনে হয় এটার ব্যাপারে একটা পজিটিভ রেজাল্ট পেতে পারি।
Thank you, sir. And on this note, jara interested, those who are interested to go for higher studies in Canada, you are invited to visit TGN office after lockdown. But during this pandemic time, if you need any help, you can email us. You can contact with us. We will provide you support through online and virtually. And one more time, we would like to thank all the panelists, or all the speakers who has allocated their valuable time to enlighten our students. And we hope that we will get them again in our next session, because we want to help our students, we want to educate them, we want to inspire them, and finally we want to help them to get the accurate information so that they can fulfill their dream. So on this note, from here, we're saying goodbye from Bangladesh, and enjoy and have a great day in USA and Canada. And Tuslim Bhai and rest of other, a good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Goodbye. Care. Bye bye.
Everybody stay safe as well, and advance Eid Mubarak.
Thank you. Same to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, audience.